How do you think your object of design changed over time? Especially I'm interested, when you started the shift towards more meaningful kind of work. Like how did the object of your design change?
I think it was much more insular. Because it also has to do with how obviously digital technologies increasingly are part of our life.
I think when I started off, and actually when I was, looking after engineering teams, not even design teams, my focus was very much on the thing, right? It was a very specific, non-designy approach.
My focus, I think, I stepped back, and it's a much wider lens at the moment. Still in, health, but it's a much bigger scope. Yeah.
It's not a linear pathway. The way my design objects has changed. Different reasons brought me here, but he has definitely evolved over time. And right now, I enjoy where I am, being able to craft the end-to-end experience for Kazoo with my team, of course. And I like the fact that we just don't focus on the customer front-facing experience, but even like on the back office.
But I do think that in the beginning, it was much more about an isolated area of life, an isolated problem, maybe a product that existed, and then another version of that. So for example, a piece of furniture, or doing something that has been done before in just a new way, or maybe utilizing, digital fabrication techniques. But I think increasingly design, both nature of design has changed, but also my work in terms of really looking at an ecosystem. That it's you can't always, or it's more challenging to isolate who is the deliverer of that new, is it a service or an interface on experience? So it's much more in an ecosystem, multiple stakeholders, external as well. And you really need to, let's say, blueprint what you're looking at first. So it's much more systematic, I guess is the answer.
I think that moving through my career has helped me appreciate this idea of connection and systemic approach. So organizations where you're able to take a systemic approach to design, so look not only at the thing that you're making, whether it's a software product or something else, but also at how it's used. How does it fit in the organizational context, how it's going to be serviced, has become somewhat both the evolution of my career and what I consider when I work with an organization as an indicator of future success.
At Genomics England, we provide many different services to the UK public. And so focus has kind of shifted from being a single product and how do we take this and create the future for this and where do we take it to, from that to we're delivering several services, we're creating new services, we're maintaining new services, and everything else that the service requires, from product to operations to touch points and everything else in between.